Why some betrayals should never be forgiven. Betrayal is a wound deeper than any physical pain and leaves scars that can last a lifetime. While Stoic philosophy prioritizes peace of mind and self-respect, there are certain betrayals that should never be overlooked or forgiven. Not because we seek revenge, but because certain actions violate the fundamental principles of trust and honesty that form the foundation of good relationships. When someone you trusted with your feelings, your vulnerabilities, and your deepest thoughts betrays you, the damage goes far beyond the immediate act of betrayal. It changes your perspective on the world, how you trust others, and most importantly, how you value yourself. Some betrayals require complete reconciliation, not a closed-door reconciliation. Forgiveness can be a good virtue, but only if it doesn't come at the expense of your own well-being. Stoicism teaches us to accept reality such as it is, not as we wish it to be. And part of that acceptance is recognizing when a line has been crossed that can never be redrawn. Today, we'll cover the 3 biggest betrayals in relationships that should never be forgiven. These aren't minor misunderstandings or small mistakes. They're deliberate actions that demonstrate a complete disregard for your trust, your loyalty, and your respect. If you want to build strong emotional resilience and protect yourself from toxic people, this is a lesson you can't ignore. But before you begin, take a moment to support the channel. Like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset so you can continue your journey of self-mastery and understanding. Your growth begins with awareness, and by engaging with this content, you're one step closer to becoming emotionally untouchable. Now let's start with 1. Infidelity, the greatest breach of trust. Infidelity is the ultimate breach of trust. Loyalty isn't just a good thing, it's the foundation on which all relationships rest. Without loyalty, there can be no trust, no security, and no true connection. When someone betrays your trust by being unfaithful, they aren't just making a mistake, they're making a conscious decision to prioritize themselves over their commitment to you. This can take many forms, whether it's a friend who speaks ill of you behind your back, a partner who is unfaithful, or a family member who chooses their own interests over honesty. This loyalty isn't an accident. It's a statement of character. The Stoics believed in controlling one's reactions while accepting the truth of human nature. Marcus Aurelius once said that the best revenge is not to become like your enemy. This means that instead of seeking revenge or wasting energy trying to change someone who has already shown you their true colors, you should simply remove them from your life. When infidelity is revealed, the Stoic response is not to dwell on the pain, but to accept it. The truth is, emotionally detach and move on without fear. Some people will betray you and come back with excuses, apologies, blame the circumstances, or try to convince you that you overreacted. But you must understand that repeated infidelity is not a mistake, but a pattern. Forgiving such betrayal only signals to the other person that they can do it again without consequence. If someone has proven to lack loyalty, they have no place in your inner circle, no matter how long your relationship with them has been, no matter how much you care for them. The damage caused by their betrayal can never be healed. Stoicism teaches us that peace is more precious than false companionship. Being alone is far better than being surrounded by people who have no true loyalty to you. As it was once said, associate with those who will make you a better person. You're welcome. Those who can make you a better person mean that you should have people in your life who uplift you. Remain loyal and honest even in your absence. If someone has proven their disloyalty, it's your duty to forgive them. While betrayal may sound good, it can actually be self-deception. When you tolerate betrayal, you teach yourself that your own standards don't matter. You lower your value by keeping people in your life who have already proven they don't value you. The strongest step you can take is to break the relationship without hesitation and never look back. We have to act with courage, with wisdom, not with bitterness, but never forget two betrayals. The poison that betrays, the poison that destroys relationships, destroys bonds. Lies are more than just words. They are weapons that destroy trust, undermine relationships, and shatter the foundation of any meaningful connection. A single lie may seem trivial, but betrayal is never isolated. It is a pattern, a riff on someone's being. Then a single act of wrongdoing. Stoicism teaches that truth is essential. To inner peace without honesty, there can be no clarity, no stability, and no genuine trust between individuals. A relationship built on deception is like a house built on S. No matter how strong it seems, it is destined to collapse. Seneca reminds us, a dishonest man spreads falsehoods first to others, then to himself. This means that those who lie often become trapped in their own web of deception, unable to distinguish truth from fiction. But just because they suffer their own consequences does not mean you should suffer with them when someone deceives you. They are making a choice. They are choosing to prioritize their own selfish interests over honesty, are choosing to manipulate rather than communicate. And above all, they are showing you that they do not respect you. Respect and deception cannot coexist. The moment someone lies to you, whether through omission, distortion, or outright falsehood, they have demonstrated that your trust is disposable to them, and once trust is broken, it rarely, if ever, returns to its original state. Some people will argue that everyone lies, that small lies are harmless, that deception is just part of human nature. But Stoicism rejects moral compromise. A lie is not harmful when it breaks the bond of trust between two people. A lie is not insignificant when it forces you to question everything that came before. It's not just about deception, dishonesty. It is about controlling the one who deceives, seeks to manipulate reality in their favor, often at your expense. When you allow deception to go unpunished, you enable it. When you tolerate lies, you invite more of them. There will always be those who lie to cover their mistakes, who deceive to gain an advantage, which manipulates to avoid consequences. But as a Stoic, your response must be unwoo. In detachment, do not waste energy trying to decode their intentions, fix their character, or extract the truth from someone who has already shown you they cannot be trusted. Instead of accepting the reality of their deception, and remove yourself from the situation. Epicurus once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he already thinks." Knows those who lie, who deceive, who manipulate. They are not interested in growth, honesty, or self-improvement. They believe they are above the truth, and that belief makes them dangerous. You cannot change them, but you can change how you respond. A Stoic does not waste time with liars. A Stoic does not allow deception to fester in their life. The moment someone lies to you, see it for what it is. A betrayal of trust, giving deception, is not an act of strength. It is an invitation for more of. It's the only way to uphold your dignity and protect your inner peace is to walk away from those who have chosen dishonesty over integrity. The cost of keeping a liar in your life is far greater than the cost of losing them. 3. Broken trust. The broken trust. The irreparable damage that ends all bonds. Irreparable damage that ends all bonds. Trust is the foundation of every meaningful relationship. Without it, there is nothing. It takes years to build, moments to break, and often a lifetime to repair. When someone breaks your trust, they don't just betray your faith in them, they shatter the very bond that held the relationship together. And in many cases, once that trust is broken, there is no going back. Trust is not just about honesty, it is about reliability, consistency, and integrity. When you trust someone, you are giving them access to your vulnerabilities, your secrets, and your deepest emotions. You are allowing them into a space that very few people can enter, and when they betray that trust, whether through disloyalty, deception, deliberate harm, they are showing you that they were never worthy of it. In the first place, Stoicism teaches us to accept human as nature. It is not as we wish it to be. People will fail us. People will act in selfish ways. People will betray us, often without remorse. But what separates a Stoic from the rest is how we respond. The mistake most people make is believing that broken trust can be fully repaired, that if the other person apologizes, if another time passes, or if they prove themselves again, things can return to how they were before. But the truth is, once trust is broken, it is never the same again. It is like a shattered mirror. No matter how much you try to put the pieces back together, the cracks remain. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When someone has done you wrong, do not dwell on what they have done, but on what you can do in response." And the response to broken trust should always be self-preservation, not blind. Forgiveness if someone has already proven that they are capable of betraying you. Why would you give them one more chance? Would you drink from a poisoned well just because someone assured you it was clean? Would you build a house on a foundation that has already crumbled? The truth is, when someone breaks your trust, they've already made a decision about the value of your relationship. They've put their own selfish desires before loyalty, respect, and honesty, and that decision can't be changed. Even if they regret it later, even if they apologize, even if they promise not to do it again, the damage is already done. You can try to pretend that things will be different, but deep down, you'll always question them, wondering if they're lying again, if they're hiding something, if they'll betray you again. And the mental burden of that uncertainty is far worse than the pain of letting them go, and some people will tell you to forgive and forget. But patience doesn't foster indiscriminate forgiveness, but rather fosters understanding, self-respect, and emotional distance from those who harm us. Seneca said it best when he said that he who spares the guilty punishes the innocent. When someone breaks your trust, you're not just giving them another chance. You're setting yourself up for future pain. You're sacrificing your peace for someone who has already shown they're not worth it. When trust is broken, patience doesn't involve revenge or harboring anger, but rather walking away with dignity. It involves accepting the lesson, strengthening your boundaries, and never allowing yourself to be betrayed again. The greatest task of self-respect is knowing when to let go. Forgiveness should be for mistakes, not for deliberate betrayal. The ultimate truth is that once trust is broken, it should never be given back easily. If someone valued your relationship, they would never betray you. If they were truly loyal, you wouldn't question their actions. The strongest decision you can make is to permanently remove from your life those who have proven untrustworthy. Don't let broken trust turn into a cycle of pain. Move on, never look back, and never allow yourself to be betrayed. Being betrayed twice is a painful lesson, but it's also a necessary one. Not all betrayals are forgivable, and not everyone who apologizes gets a second chance. Infidelity, betrayal, and broken trust are the gravest violations that should never be tolerated. A calm person doesn't waste time with those who have already revealed their true nature. Your peace, your dignity, and your self-respect are more precious than any relationship built on lies. If this message resonated with you, Take control of your emotional strength and understanding by subscribing to Beyond Vision Mindset. Like this video, share your experiences in the comments, and let's keep growing stronger together. Remember, the strongest step isn't revenge, it's carelessness. Walk away, never look back. Build a life without betrayal.